United Nations has warned it could take several more days for the full impact of Hurricane Matthew on Haiti to become clear. Officials there say 877 people are now known to have died. It's the most powerful storm to hit the area in a decade. Rescue teams have only just started getting to remote areas of Haiti, which have been cut off by the storm. The BBC travelled with a medical team to the southern town of Port-Salut, from where Nick Bryant sent this report.
Today we join the first medical teams to reach the coastal communities stranded after the hurricane. Doctors flown in by helicopter, rushing to treat the wounded in devastated areas cut off from the rest of the country. These have become morbid journeys, because as contact is finally made with more marooned towns, the number of dead continues to rise. Only now are we getting a true sense of the lethal force of Hurricane Matthew.
They were in the house when the storm hit, and parts of it, fell in on them, but they were able to ride out the storm in the house.
This is what's left of Port-Salut, for local Haitians a popular tourist destination, known for its tranquil beaches. Now it's become a place of misery, hardship, need. The doctors managed to reach Port-Salut Hospital to treat a man whose legs were both broken by a collapsing wall.
The wall fell on his legs, broke both of his legs. I don't think he's got a pelvic fracture, but he might, and obviously hit his head, and he's so on.
For all his agony, at least he's still alive. Many of the dead were killed by falling buildings and flying debris. This is Jeremie, one of the worst affected communities, now a place of ruin and bereavement. 80% of the town has been wrecked. Even buildings that have stood for generations have been partially destroyed.
We have nothing left. Our personal things, important documents like birth certificates, it's all gone. We sleep on the street without children, and nobody came to help us until now.
As the coastline was battered by storm surges, as the city was inundated by floodwaters, many people drowned. Medics think that was the biggest single cause of death. When we arrived in the country on Tuesday, the official death toll was 3 people. Now that figure is being measured in the hundreds. Sometime in the future, long after the cameras have gone, people here might wonder why their homeland seems stuck in a cycle of misfortune. Their more immediate concern, though, is survival. Nick Bryant, BBC News, Haiti.
Well, Austin Holmes is Director of Development for the charity Mission of Hope Haiti, just outside the capital Port-au-Prince. He described how desperate the situation is now for many Haitians.
Yeah, it's tremendously awful, especially in the Grand Anse and South regions. And so you have the government, I think, doing a good job seeking to facilitate collaboration between your international community. Your diaspora is coming in and being very supportive. And we're seeing international NGOs really seeking to work together to reinforce your local kind of community leaders and magistrates that really have the capacity to marshal resources in these areas. But it is tremendously awful. We've seen 80%, 90% of structures totally taken down to the ground. And you're seeing a lot of water systems contaminated and a lot of your food sources really decimated in the area. So it's going to require broad support. It's horrible, but anyone that's just worked in Haiti, they'll say this one thing about the Haitians. They're the most resilient people they've ever worked with, and I've certainly found that to be true. So while you're amidst such great chaos and heartache, you find an enduring spirit amongst the Haitians that is particularly powerful.
Well, with the storm now battering the southeastern United States, President Obama warned that